All I do is adore you all of the time. I'd like to. I'd like to. I'd like to love you every day. I'd like to love you.
Today, my presentation comes in topic. Do you think classic art is more valuable than pop art? The objective of this presentation will talk about the opinion in the value between classic art and pop art. What is more important and valuable? I provide my presentation into three parts. Firstly, I'm going to show you some background and information of classic art and pop art to make you understand in this topic more. Secondly, for Kan, Bunpon, Phone, and Bon, they will talk about the opinion in this topic. And final part, Bon is responsible to conclusion in this presentation. The presentation will present without visual aids, and I will speak for about 10 minutes. I'll be glad to take any question at the end of my presentation. Okay, let's start with the first point. Firstly, classic art is a branch of anthropology which includes the study of languages, literature, philosophy, history, fine art, archaeology, and various cultures of the land in Mediterranean region in ancient times, especially ancient Greece and ancient Romans. But in this topic, we will talk about fine art, such as Mona Lisa painting and ancient Greek temple. Therefore, classical art is an art in classical period, is a name for an artistic moment, which is the area in Europe at present. It is an art related to important history of the world and is displayed in various museums. Pop art is an art movement that emerged in the United Kingdom and United States during the mid to late 1950s. The movement presents a challenge to tradition of fine art by including imagery from popular and mass culture such as advertising, comic book, and modern mass-product cultural objects. Pop art often takes imagery that is currently in use in advertising, product labeling, and logo figure prominently in the imagery chosen by pop artists, seen in the labels of Campbell soup cans by Andy Warhol. Okay, and the next. Pop art is an art movement that emerged in the United Kingdom and United States during the mid to late 1950s. The movement presents a challenge to tradition of fine art by including imagery from popular and mass culture such as advertising, comic book, and modern mass-product cultural objects. Pop art often takes imagery that is currently in use in advertising, product labeling, and logo figure prominently in the imagery chosen by pop artists, seen in the labels of Campbell soup cans by Andy Warhol. Okay, and the next.
In my opinion, I disagree with this statement because both the art have the same value but different from the style of art. Classic art has a history get involved. This art will look realistic, proportional structure like a human. The artist skill competent creating art of architecture, sculpture, and painting. The pop art is a creative concept, easily understood. It's a popular thing in everyday life. They tell a story about politics, a story about people in those days become a symbol popular culture.
In my opinion, as kind of art, it has different style in itself. I would like to mention about two kind of art, which are classic art and pop art. The value of classic art is to beginner. It is the root of most of the art brushes. For example, is portrait, sculpture, like in this artwork, especially in sculpturing, which emphasizes iteration. That is why it is so variable. The second kind of art is pop art. Pop art is all about creative. Pop art is mostly about creating a logo and poster. Advertisement and more pop art is so variable in licensing products. Value that two kind of art have value in themselves and are important equally. In conclusion, I do not agree that classic art is more variable than pop art.
For me, I disagree with the statement because I think very culture such as pop art, classic art, and every art is viable. Classical art is divided into two eras, namely Greek art, Roman art. In the simple understanding, art in the classical age means art that still maintain the highest aesthetic values and the most complete art design. Each classic piece has unique characteristics. The first thing is art, content about ideology, kindness, quality, and completeness. This is a work in classic art. This and this. This is architecture in classic art. And this. Okay, next. Pop art. Pop art comes from English language popular art, which means popular art. The movement of pop art in America and England has arisen since 1950, inspired by the concept of consumer society popularity in the society for creating art such as cartoon, advertisement, photo, product, crazy movie star, Joker song human character, and plastic can, beer, cola, ice cream, sundae, hot dog, and hamburger. Pop art design art that is relevant to everyday life. The artist in this dark tent believe that art is made from various things in daily life. It is just an expression of the experience of the artist experience of time and place. The style of art depends on the interests of each artist who sees them every day. As mentioned, the work all art and pop art casts, but artists' values can reveal life in history or history of age periods as well, revealing the values of culture, society, tradition, and tradition of human being land, being cinder, passage will. Sorry, I forgot recent work of pop art. This is a work of pop art. You know, she is Marilyn Monroe. Yes. This. Okay.
I agree with the statement because classical art has history before pop art, which is right in drawing the classical arts based on philosophy and belief in goddess or religion by showing all kinds of art like architecture to show the power and worship or to draw war. Because of that, there was a war. The pop art is based on a daily lockery and consumer system. Most of them are hardly unpredictable image like commercial police or celebrity star and not drawing fairy tales, history and religion.
I think that the two types of art have equal value. It is depend on where you look, because good art is for people to see and art cannot compare. Because of classic art and pop art have different charm and value. Therefore, the ski who says classic art more valuable pop art. So everyone has expressed their opinions. The people are thinking that how art works different in value. It is depend on where you look at, but the value of art is inherent in this era of this one.
Is as normal missing someone and missing someone.